got? Let's see what we doing. Yeah, we looking righteous, man. We looking righteous. What's going on? Sound checking the building real quick. Yeah, I mean, make sure everything is everything, man. I am live. You dig what I'm saying? Let's see what we sound like. Yeah, we Gucci. We Gucci real. All right, folks. Let me go back and pull up what I had up. All right, man. We back in the building. Straight like that live with Jack Travis, man. You know how we do it. Like I said, we're gonna keep this thing going every Sunday. And at some point in the near future, we'll make this thing a little more frequent, man. We'll have some members only stuff. You dig what I'm saying? But that requires taking and making a lot more content. But as we go forward, we're gonna get into that kind of material, man. But like I said, man, I hope everybody doing well, doing swell out there on your Sunday. Hope you had a good week. Hope you had your good meal today. If you're a church person, you'd like to go and get fulfilled with the word. You dig what I'm saying? Before you start your week, then I hope you did that. And you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much where we at with this thing, man. We're gonna talk about a couple of things that come across my timeline out here in the world. You dig what I'm saying? And if some of my people happen to trickle in here, then we'll see what they might have to say about some things, and we'll go from there. You dig? First on the list, man. It's been a hell of a week as always, man. There's a million things I could talk about, but it's kind of like a random list, a random assortment of materials that come across my timeline that don't necessarily warrant whole shows. There is a topic in here though that I think I may make a show about. As I said in previous lives and in previous shows, man, I'm about 89 subs away from breaking through the top level of that YPP program. You dig what I'm saying? Which at this point, the level I'm at, man, if you would like to become a member, go over there and check that out and see the couple of different tiers I offer. If you would like an emoji to put in the chat, those are available. So just go over to the page and click on those subscriptions and all of that, man, and see if something catches your eye, and if so, jump on in there, man. And away we will go. You dig what I'm saying? But again, your boy Jack Travis, man, we out in the building, we outside. You know what I'm saying? We're getting this thing together. We on the journey, and it's been a fascinating one, and we just gonna keep this thing rocking. You dig what I'm saying? So who might we talk about first? This guy. I think I just made a show on this guy. Maybe a couple shows ago. Um, One Stephen A. Smith, man. Now, someone told Stephen A. that he was a smart guy. He was an important guy. He's got a big contract out there with ESPN. He was one of the only ones to keep his contract going, and so he thinks he's a big shot, a big guy out here in the world, and so he opens his mouth about a plethora of subjects. Most some of which are on other shows. So they ask him the question, he's answering the question. So I guess we can't be mad at him responding to it. But oftentimes it's when he's either on air at ESPN, but more so when he's on his own little podcast show that he does for YouTube. When he's off the ESPN clock, and ESPN has got the. I guess they got the handles on him in a certain manner of speaking because he just kind of sticks to sports, but when he get his ass in front of that camera off of the ESPN clock, this nigga here says the wildest. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't seem to ever have any smoke for people on the right side of the political spectrum. He's just critiques and criticisms for everybody on the left side, man. You see what he's angling for, but this particular little situation, and it's funny, man, is about Serena Williams and her husband, Alex Ohanian. Now, if you don't know who Alex Ohanian is the proprietor, the owner, the creator. I don't know if there's anybody else along with him of the very popular website, very simple website, I should add, Reddit. And I go to Reddit damn near daily, bro. If I got a question about something, if I don't ask AI, I'll type the question in and I'll start to put the RED behind it, and it immediately, pretty much for anything, shows the Reddit link where you can go and people have had the same question. I don't really see the difference in it in Quora. Quora is irritating as hell though, seemingly, but they do the same thing, keep sending emails and this, that, and the third in conversations. But Reddit seems to be much more relevant, man. And so that's the Reddit guy. You dig what I'm saying? Married to Serena Williams. And back when your boy what's your name, boy, they not like Kendrick Lamar, when Kendrick Lamar was performing for the Super Bowl halftime a couple years ago, you saw a one Serena Williams out there doing her crip walk, gangster bop, little two step to the music, you know. Of course, some people in a certain spectrum of this thing had something to say. They got something to say about everything. And apparently, Stephen A is also one of those people. I mean, we see plenty of instances from him, but he came out with some comments talking about how he felt about her being out there dancing to the music. Well, here in the last week, Mr. Alexis, did I call him Alex? Alexis Ohanian was on First Take. Now, oddly enough, in this clip that I'm watching, Big Bad Wolf Stephen A is just conveniently out of the studio. You know, he's on location on the video screen, and Miss Lady and Alex Ohanian are here in the studio. Oddly enough, yeah. So this is what he has to say. Let's turn my volume all the way up. Now I will say, before I turn the volume up and started playing this video, give me over the course of this week, I feel like I've got a handle on this different software, and I'll start to do the live in a way that where I can, put the videos up on the screen, and this, that, and the third. But I'm just not comfortable with the experience just yet, so I don't want to jump on and the stream be all choppy, this, that, and the third. You dig what I'm saying? And I and it'd be a bad experience. So for right now, we're just gonna keep it regular. But by the time I come to you all next Sunday, we'll have a different software setup going, and we'll make some progress on that. So just hang with your boy. You dig what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on with Alex or Alexis. I keep calling this man Alex. Did you hear that? He ain't got no hoes. See what they got? He got $100 million with no hoes. Never had no. We got a daughter, so I guess at some point. Whoever this lady is, I don't mean to call you no HOE, but I'm just saying. You had him when he ain't have 100 million. He got 100 million now. He ain't even got you. Feel? I'm just saying. Did you hear that, bro? Did, Alexis Ohanian has this man shaking in his boots. It is so amazing, bro. What he go on to say? But, but he is fervently uh, attempted to make you understand that when it comes to marriage advice, so I'm talking about some women's and how to, be feng shui like that. Stephen A is not your man. He can holler and scream about anything on earth other than women and marriage. Oh my God, bro. You should not be so adamant to make that point, bro. Like you gotta act like you some kind of player, bro. Act like that 100 million. Like, damn, a nigga with 100 million can at least buy it. Like they act like you can at least buy it. What type of nigga got 100 million and can't even buy it? They want to take your 100 now, the 100. This nigga lamer than all of the outdoors combined. My God. Let's continue with this guy. He killed him on the okay. Shots fired at a fuck boy. You dig what I'm saying? He said, bro, you ain't never been married before, ain't man. You ain't never had damn what was into you like that, buddy. He said, well, in the world where I exist at, right? You feel what I'm saying? I exist in the world of billionaires. That little 100 million ain't nothing. I spent that shit on my driveway, folks. You understand what I'm saying? I got an LED driveway. The shit costs 100 million. Don't even worry about it. Cause in my frame of thinking, man, this is what I do, right? I tell people, you feel me, how to make them $1 billion. Cause that's what I'm used to doing. This type of shit I do. I make $1 billion. I make $1 billion company. You dig what I'm saying? Bruh talking like he done did it more than once. So nigga Alexis Ohanian and I have flexed this money muscle. He say in my world, you feel me? I exist in the place to where I say, hey, if I was gonna offer advice to somebody about something, I'm gonna do it in the area of what I know. And what I know is $1 billion shit. Meanwhile, Mr. $100 million man over here, which ain't no chump change, you offering marriage advice to a billionaire nigga. You did what I was saying. You not a billionaire. No, are you married and never been married? No hoes having Stephen A 1.5, man. You can't talk to me. That's what he should have ended with, bro. You really can't even talk to me. I wish you'd have been here. Stephen A is but button from over the video. His lame ass probably in the back room. He probably in the back with a little beach background, trying to act like he in San Tropez or something. Nigga, your ass is in. You about 100 yards away. You scared of Alexis Ohanian. And now I ain't gonna hold you, Alexis. I liked how he got at Stephen A, but if I'm gonna clue them in my life, you feel what I'm saying? And it's straight like that how I do. I gotta talk about your wife too. You know, so get in my comments, say something about what I'm finna say about your wife. Cause I don't know, is she sick? Man, if I'm wrong, if she's sick and there's something wrong with it, then somebody correct me. But if she ain't sick, then she's sick as hell, bro. What the hell wrong with Serena, bro? Serena used to be the example of the black goddess frame. Sabrina used to be finer than all of the outdoors put together, thick as hell. Man, if you seen Serena lately, bro, what she put you in the mind of? Think Angela Bassett from Thin Line. This is what Sabrina Williams is giving right now. She's lost heavy weight. I think she's on Ozempic. If you look at the complexion of her skin, I don't know. Maybe she in bad lighting somewhere, and I'm just fucking her over because she be consistently in bad light. But Charlotte's skin seems to be losing its flavor. Let's put it that way. It seemed to be losing its flavor, neighbor. You understand me and what I'm saying to you? All right, so it's a wild situation, bro, from the Sabrina Williams we used to know. Now she out there crip walking, with Kendrick Lamar and all that. So she still got a hood too. I ain't saying she just done went all the way get out type act. She did. I'm just saying it's just some differences when you look at her. And I don't know what to attribute it to. That's just all I'm saying. I'm just calling spades and balls and strikes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, Alex Ohanian, if you take umbrage with that, big dog, come holler at me because I ain't a billionaire. You're gonna get that out the way. I ain't been married, but when it comes to have those, like I'm well versed in that. So we can talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you some shit that you feel me. You got $1 billion, but I don't think you probably never been big as a player as me. So we can relate, we can talk about some things when it comes to that. You did what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, bro, your wife kind of out here tripping from what we know about the culture and what you feel me? They had made a movie about them too. They legendary sisters now, you know what I'm saying? And from what we just, when we know them in real life, from there and coming on up until when they became stars, she looks oddly different, bro. And it's sort of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of weird. So, Stephen A, man, Stephen A never ceases to be a source of material out here for clown shit to say. It's his thing at this point. You dig what I'm saying? I wonder what those ratings are looking like. I'll look in the Nielsen or something one day, and see what those ratings like. We know Miley left. I ain't heard no rumblings of the show going off. Don't seem like they having success finding the host. I don't know if Cam is the full time host now, what have you. But Stephen A, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we'll hear something wild from Stephen A again this week. Yeah, let's go into something wild. Now we heard about this wild guy, Mr. D4VD, as I like to call. I like to call him D4VD. See, that was one of the times that I missed my soundboard. I have a iPad device over a couple rooms over, and it's got it's charged up. But again, like with the software, I say I'm gonna start using. I need to set up my soundboard, but I didn't anticipate being into the realm of having members and emojis and mods and all of this, and going live consistently trying. I didn't think it was gonna happen quite this soon. I was looking down the road a couple months, so it kind of came abruptly. And so in between all other things, I just hadn't got around to setting that up. I have a medical exam I need to take by midnight tonight, so I'm still inside of that scrum. For those of you out there watching the page for a minute, then you know full well what my whole medical education journey is all about. And so, like I said, I'm still into it, man. So I position this thing around a lot of things, but I plan to have me a little soundboard and bringing some sounds and all of that. But Mr. D4VD, man, singer out of Texas. We heard about him in the last couple of weeks. A young lady by the name of Celeste Rivas. Apparently, from what we understand, his girlfriend since 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, something like this here, man. Mom reported her missing after about a year. Smell was found to be emitting from the trunk of a Tesla that had been taken to a Los Angeles, California impound lot. Upon investigation, a body was found and identified as a one Celeste Rivas. Chaos ensued. What's up with David? D4VD? Is he a suspect in this brand? I'm guessing he's a suspect. I don't think that he's been arrested yet. I'm saying here lately, he's transferred the ownership of his Texas's homes to his mother. He's retained the services of a prime time attorney. And from what we can gather, he's preparing to fight the charges. I don't know if any charges have been levied against him. For what they do have, this body being his car, the people in the neighborhood saying that they saw the car move from, top of the street, bottom of the street, round the corner, around the block, and just kind of going on a merry-go-round carousel tour. But they noticed it, and I think some of them said they smelled the smell. Um, I hadn't heard anything about the car having been sold to anybody or transferred ownership or what have you. It took a while for him to kind of respond to it by stopping the tour and all of that. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge whether he's taking it, how serious he's taking it. Maybe he knows that he didn't have anything to do with it. And it's just a circumstantial case, but the circumstances are damning at this point in time. But like with that Kyra Lacey case, man, you have to hesitate to you got to hesitate to kind of be the one jumping off into the story and coming out with these hot takes because the show I just put out about that. I said myself, I was one of the ones that made a show about the incident when it occurred some months ago. And although I didn't just convict Karen Lacey, I spoke on the situation as if the facts that we were presented with at the time were true. And now, in the last week or two, we see the full body cam footage, or not even we see some body cam footage from the investigating officer. We saw a clip of surveillance footage from like maybe a nearby business or house or whatever that showed the time of the impact and showed Carol Lacey's car and all of that. And from what we can see and hear from the off duty, I mean not the off duty cop, the investigating cop Tyler Werner. From what we can see in that clip of the accident and hear from that officer on his body cam, it seems that Kyron Lacey had nothing to do with that accident. And for whatever reasons that exist in Lafourche Parish down there in Louisiana, um, he was selected, picked out, and targeted as the one responsible for the death of a 78-year-old former Marine. And you just got, if you know, bro, when it happened, and just the climate we have in the country right now. The idea of a young black YN, you dig what I'm saying? Driving reckless, being a savage, cause a vehicular homicide and just speed off into the day like nothing has happened, killing a 78-year-old former Marine patriot, man. That's cat food. That's catnip for them. So of course they would take that and run with it and make that the narrative, and another instance to point at black people and say that we don't know how to act and we're savages, low IQ, low impulse control, this, that, and the third. And come to find out, like lots of situations, there is a person of um, a different mixture of melanin, I should say, that has a nefarious hand in things. You dig what I'm saying? And um, so when we jump out here quick, making our stories and saying this, that, and the third, and convicting people and put shit on their name, a lot of times you can turn out to be wrong, and I guess that's just the nature of the beast. But there's a way to approach these things, and and just kind of stay down the middle on it. Now, maybe those ways aren't conducive to building a following extra fast and all of that, but you got to try to live up to that, man. And you don't want to get to going down the Charleston White route. And so every time you jump on camera, you have got to think about the most inflammatory thing to say about the most mundane subject. Sometimes you deal with saying shit that you shouldn't even be talking about, but you got to come out and say something vile and stupid and click worthy. And so, as I've said before, I enjoy making these videos and making this YouTube thing into something, but I'm not so hard up about it that I'll just go, be in the cold take hot take guy, however you want to phrase it, man, just to get these clicks and these numbers up. So, I try to approach these stories like that. So I don't know exactly what his involvement is. It's a lot of wild shit to just be circumstantial and coincidental, man. He's giving no statement. His lawyers are giving no statement, put anything out. So I don't really know how to gauge that, bro. Um, it'd be weird to try to put together a story in my mind that would make sense that someone else did what they did to Celeste and just happened to frame him perfectly, put it in his car and all of that. I mean, from what I'm understanding, you already dead ass in the wrong for having a relationship with this young lady at the age that she was out the gate. So, when you look at somebody that's willing to do that, especially a superstar, you know what I'm saying, with all the resources and the adoration that I'm sure he had out here, as weird as he was, you know what I'm saying, there are some grown women, some women his age, some women older than him that are willing to bring their milkshake to the yard. Let's say that. Huh? He can get some milkshake in his yard that's legal around his age or even older. I am sure of it. You dig what I'm saying? They may even bring another scoop with them. So the fact that he was already dealing with little Celeste at that age already gives him, that's like 20 years out the gate. He already got a dub on his head. So I don't know if it's a stretch of the imagination to imagine a scenario where she may have gotten pregnant or something like that. And I'm not saying this is what happened. Don't try to come back and sue me on the back end. I ain't mad, nigga. You know what I mean, man? You finna go to prison for 20 years, but then want to sue Jack Trav for real. I didn't say he did this. I'm just speculating that maybe she got pregnant and a discussion ensued about whether or not she should keep this child, and bro did something crazy. I hope that ain't what happened, but I don't really see a lot of other things that's gonna lead me down another path. But of course, the trial will start at some point, or they'll bring formal charges, and different facts will come out, man. But that's where the four of it is right about now in the world. You dig what I'm saying? Who we gonna jump on right now? let's go to this is wild because I got a little something on my phone about this. So we all know about the guys that escaped from the New Orleans jail, right? Of course, we know all of those guys. We know the story. And the one Derrick Groves was the last man out. He out here living his best life. You dig what I'm saying? He wigging them folk. They said they thought he might have been dressing up as a woman. God damn it, this is DB Cooper. He's just back again. We can't find him. We don't know what's going on. Jimmy Hoffa type shit. You understand what I'm saying? Looking all over for the man. Now, I think I heard something earlier about this angle on the story, right? But now, here last week, he was captured. I thought I heard about a month ago that he got captured. I thought I saw a video on X. It was like, damn, the last of the Louisiana 9, 11, whatever the hell it was. What does this story say? How many people? How many pooples? How many people? You my peeps. Shout out Ellie, man. Ellie up there in New York, man. Hey, if Ellie catch the show, man, what's the bro song? Uh, what's bro song, man? What he be saying, man? I don't know, bro. He be saying I don't fuck with dirty cops. You heard? You heard? I heard Ellie. Hey, Ellie, I be watching bro shit falling out, man. He got some little rap songs he be interjecting into the flow as the show going on. You dig? So I be rocking with Ellie, man. He one of them First Amendment auditors. You dig what I'm saying? Go and hold your camera up and in these public facilities and see if they will respect your rights and abilities to record in public areas without being impeded and harassed. I watch a lot of those videos, but yeah, Ellie is one up there in New York, man. Funny guy, bro. Funny fucking guy. Him and his son be out there. Zay Zay. Everybody with a Zay TV. Yeah, then you got like 4 channels. I think he does shit in Spanish and getting in up there. So shout out to Ellie, man. Ellie catch the show, bro. Come holler at me, get the comments, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's collab or something. I be wanting to do that First Amendment shit because really I hate police. You dig what I'm saying? With a pass. I got pulled over the other day and I be talking crazy to him. And me and my cousin be talking about that, bro. Like we be saying we don't really have no problem with them because niggas ain't really got nothing going on that you feel me that they sloppy with at least. And so it's like, yeah, man, like what you need, bro? Everything official over here. Go and get in their little papers and get them out the way. But I just hate them so bad. I feel like every time a cop pulled me over, it's because it's me. I don't be feeling like I'm ever doing that wrong. You feel me? So I'm looking out the window when he pulled me over. I'm like, bro, what you need? Out the gizzy. You understand me? God damn it. Then he asked me for my insurance. I don't know if I ever not had insurance. You feel me? I got papers for papers on papers and papers and on papers and papers and papers. So I say, here you go, sir. I hand him a stack, yay thick of insuranceable documentation. He says, sir, I need you to find. I said, I don't know which one it is. I don't know. These go back to 2015, sir. Just look at one, see the policy number, type it in, it'll show you it's up to date. He says, I want you to look it up. I can't find it. He walked off with my license. And then I had my little Lilin to send me a picture of the 2025 record because I had just got a updated little document in the mail like a couple days before. Let me tell you what this lame said. And they like, I guess they be like, man, all cops ain't bad, bro. You got to give somebody benefit of the doubt. I don't got to give them a goddamn thing. But I guess in a situation like this, somebody would use and be like, yeah. Because he come back up on the car, he say, I say, here you go, man. No, because when he walked off, he was like, look, when you get it, just hold it out the window, right? So when I get to she come through to my phone, I say, hey, come on up here and look at this goddamn insurance. His partner that had pulled up, and I'm pretty well known around my parts. You understand? I must say. I think his partner had pulled up on him by that time. I was like, hey man, you barking up the wrong tree. Yes, that's him. Like from the movie him. Yes, that's him. All right. So uh By the time he walked back on the car, I was like, "Here you go." He squinted his eyes as if he looked at it. Okay, you good. This was his partner. His partner peeled off, walked back. Then the one that pulled me over, he walked up. He says this. He says, "Hey man, here's your license. I don't like writing tickets. Here you go." Now, someone tell me what policeman in the United States of America that doesn't like writing tickets. In fact, if you are a policeman, I don't know the numbers behind this, but I know that you have quotas. Huh? If a month or too many roll in and you ain't gave out no ticket, they'll say you are bullshit. You must be eating donuts at your girlfriend's house or something, sitting in your car playing Sudoku or some shit. You know what the hell did you doing? Not writing no ticket? Because I know it's a plethora of individuals committing traffic violations. And ain't not none of them being seen by you. What the hell going on? So cuz say, I don't even like writing tickets. No lame man. When you walked up on my car, the first question when you said that I didn't put my signal on, I said, "Do you have that on camera?" I venture to say he didn't because in smaller areas, you know, that shit costs money to keep maintaining that. So they don't have them on all the time. So you got it on camera, cuz? He said, "Yes, I do." In my eyes, you didn't want to write me a ticket for that because I was gonna FOIA request those body cams, those car cams, and you had better had me on camera, not put applying my turn signal, sir. Because if you wouldn't, I would have made a big stink. You know, to make a big stink. I'm telling you, bro. Like I can be an asshole if I need to. Now, why does this keep happening? Is this a scam? The Samsung accountant keep trying to tell me to sign into some of my phone. It must be that new scam. Y'all niggas sophisticated. God damn. I want to steal everybody money. These niggas ain't shit. But yeah, I don't like police. That was my little spiel about police since I got talking about the law enforcement system. But Derrick grows, man. You know what I'm saying? Our bro had to escape. Then we heard an angle about his lady having something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But last week, Holmes was caught in, and I know exactly where Honeysuckle Lane is in the SWAT. Southwest Atlanta, they call it the SWAT. You deal, man. That's original Atlanta type shit. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, they got Cuz. Let's see what they got to say. See if y'all can hear that. Nigga, what the fuck? Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. I would like to issue. I would like to issue a bit of a redaction. I guess is what you call it. Did I just hear that this nigga? Hold on. Good God, I goddamn mighty. What is going on? What crimes were Derrick Groves committed? Oh, hold on. What did I say? What crimes were Derrick Groves convicted of? I like to got slow just then. What crimes were Derrick? It says Groves, VE. What? Derrick Rose, nothing. Derrick Rose ain't did nothing to nobody. Man, leave Derrick Rose alone. What crimes were Derrick Groves convicted of? That's what I'm trying to say. God damn. All right. Jesus, Louises. Oh, Derrick Rose need to be back in jail. What am I been talking about? They been out here cheering for this man to stay out and wig them folks. Black folk, we the worst. I see why them white folk be like, these niggas ain't talking about shit. We would been out here cheering this man on that he wigging them folks. And AI says, Derrick Groves is a convicted killer from New Orleans, Louisiana as of October 2025. His known convictions include the following: 2 counts of second-degree murder for the 2018 Mardi Gras Day killings of Jamar Robinson and Byron Jackson during a shooting at a block party in the Lower Ninth Ward. Prosecutors described the incident as a drug-related feud where Groves fired an AK-47 style assault rifle. 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder stemming from the same 2018 incident for shooting and injuring 2 other victims. 2 counts of manslaughter from 2 separate fatal shootings in the New Orleans metro area. Specific details not available, but they contributed to his 4 total killings. These convictions carry mandatory life sentences without parole for the second-degree murders. Groves was convicted in a retrial in October 2024 and was awaiting sentencing when he escaped from Orleans Parish Jail in May 2025. This nigga need to be in jail. So, but now the story was that everybody ran with this story that his girl, that he got to arguing with his girl, and she called the folks on him. Everybody like, God damn, brother, you gonna get your hair tied. So like, love ain't worth a damn. Love gonna cost you all this. You did. Apparently, that was all cap. In the words of the young folks, they cap. Cap gang, cap you down, Capadonna, no kissing. All that shit. You feel me? All right. Now let's read you some information. Okay, let's go right here. The Real Escape, Love, Loyalty, and a Jail iPad. Let's rewind to May of this year when the 35-year-old Derrick Groves and 9 other inmates broke out of a New Orleans area correctional facility in a move straight out of a Netflix crime documentary. Groves wasn't just another escapee. He had an insider connection. His girlfriend, a one Dariana Burton, a 28-year-old former Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office recruit. According to court affidavits reviewed by the Orleans Parish District Attorney, Burton helped plan the jailbreak using the jail's monitored SmartCom iPad system. On a call 2 days before the escape, she held up another phone to include a mystery man giving outside advice, a move that let them talk off the record. Investigators later uncovered FaceTime evidence showing Burton picking up another escapee, Linton Van Buren Jr., and dropping him off at a safe house. The next month, she was caught, not for ratting anyone out, but for helping the man she loved disappear. So Derrick was her love interest. Now, the same court that once trained her to uphold the law now labeled her a threat to it. Judge Kimya Holmes called her actions deliberate, dangerous, and emotionally driven. She has been behind bars ever since. No plea deal, no reduced bond, and definitely no $20,000 reward check waiting at the front desk. All right. Grove still missing, $50,000 reward. Anonymous tip sends agents to a house on Honeysuckle Lane in Southwest Atlanta. Federal officers arrive, gas the building, and find Groves hiding in a makeshift crawl space under the floorboards, described by Louisiana Attorney General Liz Muriel as an improvised hideout built to conceal him. Now, this on to the rumor. People said that old girl called on him after they got into an argument about being broke. Apparently, the real story is, it says fact checkers at NOLA.com, WDSU, and Fox 8 New Orleans confirmed it first, and official jail records backed it up. Burton was booked on June 9th, 4 months before Groves' capture. She couldn't have hidden him argued with him or called in a tip because she's been in a jail cell ever since. Now I argue with that. She could have known where he was, and so she still could have put that out into the ether, even from being locked up. Um, they saying that earlier posts they used just photos of both of them being arrested and put it side by side, um, and just made up a story about them getting into an argument. But I don't know. I don't know that this explanation just puts that to rest, man. But that's what we have now. He's definitely arrested. She helped him escape, but it's not exactly clear if she is the reason that he was captured, man. So that's the move on Derrick Grove. I was looking at that in that story though, and she was like, Shawty had a bunch of bottles labeled as flavors, and I'm thinking like, I know some a little something about the game. You heard me? I'm like, and I'm looking at all of those. It looked like bubble tape packages. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've seen weed packages, but it's just like flat. They may have that that graphic on the front, but they like flat bags. You can tell if it was a bag. Those literally looked like the bubble tape containers. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, what bubble tape and flavors? What are they putting in bubble tape containers these days that you would dispense out? Because bubble tape, you pull it out the little slot. So I'm like, what the hell kind of drug is this? Just some new LSD or acid or something. They put it on a roll of paper and you roll it out like, or do you some type of drug flavor thing? You pour it on the gum and then you just chew the gum. Like in the A though, they got all kind of shit. And like I said, that's a swatch. That's original A Town. So any new nefarious thing, it go through there first and then disperse out through the city. You dig what I'm saying? That's where it goes down there. So but yeah, bro back banged up, man. He had a good run at it, but like I said, once I just looked into what his crimes were, I don't know that I could stand in good faith and say, yeah, man, I was glad he was out here wigging from them folks because we had a nigga out here that has taken 4 people off of Earth, and I wouldn't imagine he had no gripes about taking a 5th. And so, the cookie has crumbled for one Derrick Groves and his girlfriend Dariana Burton. She was not very attractive, so we could see why she took the steps she took for the man she loved. And so here we are. We're at about 40 something minutes, man. We're gonna go through a couple more topics and that around my hour limit. We're not my limit, but around the hour, we'll wrap this thing up. Because again, I have an exam that I have a 1 hour and 20-minute time limit on. And you all do not want me to fail after going through all of this shit. And I'm in the last 6 weeks of it. You don't want me to fail because you don't want me to fail. So let's move into some other last little couple things, man. Let's talk some sports, man. It's kind of brighten this thing up. Alabama Crimson Tide, my squad. Yesterday had the game against the Missouri Tigers. We did what we needed to do to win the game, but we did what we are prone to always do, and that is make a subpar quarterback look like he should be on the Heisman list. Prabula was his name? I forget his first. Joe Prabula? He got to be a Joe. That white dude quarterback for Missouri, first name got to be Joe. Man. Not fast. Not fleet of foot at all, but somehow this man would scramble for 20 at a time. Where is the defense at? What are you doing? We had a couple of opportunities to really put that game away. Late in the game, when it got to be 27-17, I figured, all right, we're going to put the rest of the crews in with these 10. I'd be damned if the receiving core that the announcers had been talking about all game. Missouri just does not have the downfield capabilities. They do not have the threats to stretch the field on the outside to open up the run game, at least against a team like Alabama. Now, coming to the game, their running back was the leading rusher in the country. I placed a wager on him to not get 94 yards because Alabama is notorious for that. You got a big time running back that's supposed to be 1,000-yard a game guy. They bad about shutting him down. We did to Leonard Fournette. I remember distinctly. And there's a couple of no one's running back has ever just went crazy on us like that. Ezekiel Elliott is probably the only one. A couple years ago in the national championship, Zeke went ham on us in that game. But aside from that, the big time running back usually don't get in their bag against us. So I didn't think he was going to do anything, and he did. He left the game with like 42, 52 yards rushing. But the receivers that hadn't did anything all game, all of a sudden in the under 2 minutes, when you should be in prevent defense, do not let a receiver get behind you. All of a sudden, Bama's defensive secondary wants to let a guy get behind him. The same guy got loose 2 times straight, a long big pass, and then the next one he pop up in the back of the end zone. In football terminology, butt naked. Pause. Touchdown. It's just like, what are you doing, secondary, man? Damani Jackson gave up a big catch later on down the stretch when they were trying to come back because the offense, Alabama's offense was sputtering. Ty Simpson only went for like 169 yards, something like that. The receivers, Ryan Williams didn't catch a ball all night. Jeremy Bernard messed up my parlay. I just knew he was good for a touchdown. He did not score a touchdown. Yeah, it was a pretty pedestrian offensive performance, bro. And I just got to call this fella right here. But when I look at him, bro, I get it. Like he big up top and he pigeon-toed. It's not a good combination. Your body weight, your body balance ain't right. A number 26, Jam Miller. I hate to see Jam Miller run the ball. Jam Miller has one mode, one direction, go forward. And it's as if with him being big up top and looking to like run as a bruiser and run people over, you see, he's probably already leaning forward. And then being pigeon-toed, he has an even narrower base of base of his body. You dig what I'm saying? Instead of you, it's one thing to got small feet or something, but you at least even keeled. Once you get pigeon-toed, your balance is just you. The only thing you got to balance you is like the back parts of your feet, and it's evident, bro. It is evident. It's like he cannot go sideways. Jerry Miller gets the ball, and you got about however many yards he can get in about 5 steps. That's all he. That's it. That's all he good for. He immediately just got to go forward and go down. The minute you touch him, he fall. You never see him bounce off a tackle, bounce. You'll see him run outside, but you never see him run into the pile, pivot, go. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just like, dog, this man has never juked anybody in his life. What is going on? Justice Haynes is in in Michigan. Rodell Williams down there in Florida State. I guess they said Caden the boy want to throw the ball a million times a game, but Ty Simpson only had 31 attempts. I picked him to throw the ball less than 33 times, and I was right about that one. So I don't know what's up with the running game, man. Apparently, we've got a hell of a recruit coming in on the running side, and we need him because the running game looks stupid, bro. Like, we'll gas some people last couple of games. They like, oh, they back to the ground and pound hard nose football. And it's like, I can't be confident to say that week in, week out with Jam Miller because he just doesn't run aware enough. You dig what I'm saying? He runs straight into the pile. It's just stupid. Kevin Riley does that too. You know what I'm saying? But at least he's a true freshman. Hell, he just got there. He got to learn a little bit. He's a little smaller. Maybe he's scared to, you know what I mean, get out there and get to, I don't know. But Jam Miller ain't got no excuse, bro. It's just so weird the way he runs the ball, man. And then who in the hell? I don't know, man. Take me around the country. People get in the comments. Is it a thing to run a running play where the running back starts fucking 7 yards back in the backfield? Who in the world doesn't know he about to get the ball unless you're using that for a hard play action? But oftentimes we hand the ball off. And there's 3 guys in the backfield because our offensive line, bro, are they getting paid off? Let's talk about Caden Proctor now. This nigga has done more catching the ball and doing some exciting shit on offense for some little trickeration than he's done, pancaking and protecting. Cause you know what I'm saying, Ty Simpson looks so good because he's extending plays, and it's like our offensive line for all worlds they're supposed to be, bro. Missouri, number 8 from Missouri, that defense end, bro, he was in the backfield every snap. Like, what the fuck is Caden Proctor and them doing? So I don't know, bro. They not blowing the holes open for the running game, so maybe they can say, "Well, we ain't really got nowhere to run." But it's like, bro, it's the run. It was a bad offensive performance, and now I guess you have to get credit where it's due. With the era of NIL that we have, every team has funds available, and I think they started revenue sharing this year or maybe next year. So every player and every school, would have the ability to pay their players, and players have the ability to get paid. And so it's evident when you look at all these teams, man, teams that you could usually waltz in and be confident. You can be out bullshitting that day not watching the game. You're like, we're gonna beat them by 40, bro. The Texas A&M, the Missouris, countless other teams, bro. But everybody is good these days, and everybody can put up a better football game. And so, Missouri, they most certainly showed that to be true again, man. And that's how that thing went. You dig? Still talking football. Who else? Who dropped yesterday? Florida State was down to 25. They lost again. They out of here, despite as lit as they were at the beginning of the year after beating Bama. Texas beat number 6 Oklahoma. Oklahoma ain't scored but 6 points, bro. That 2 field goals. Damn, Brent Williams. Who else dropped last night? Jack. Pitt beat something. Oh, that was Pitt beating Florida State. Somebody else lost yesterday. There's another little shakeup. Who was it? I don't know where was Penn State at? James Franklin gonna get fired this year, bro. Because even they not beating Ohio State. They can beat Michigan. They probably won't, but Michigan ain't looking like shit either. But even if they beat Michigan, who cares, bro? Like the people that he's lost to and then gonna get thrashed at Ohio State, I'm pretty sure it's probably it to him. Because they've been circling the wagons anyways. And so that's how that went down. You dig what I'm saying? Let's go to the NFL, man, and just speak on this real quick. Before I get my last little couple things out the way. NFL teams and quarterbacks. The main one I just want to talk about is Joe Flacco. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think Joe Flacco has some naked pictures of Roger Goodell. He got to. Can someone explain to me why in the hell Joe Flacco keeps getting NFL football contracts? Joe Flacco got traded from the Cleveland Browns last week to the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow is out with an injury. They put the backup in. He threw 8 interceptions over 3 games. Jake Browning, I think is his name. They circle the wagons and bring in a Joe Flacco that has thrown 6 interceptions himself this year. I don't even understand that move. I'd have kept Jake Browning. It's just because he's a vet, man. It's like Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl 27 years ago and has been getting contracts ever since. I don't know. Is he a good locker room guy or something? Or does he have naked pictures of some people? I'm just like, damn, I ain't understand. He gets trades to the Bengals. Did the Bengals lose today? I'm almost sure the Bengals lost today. Let's see. NFL. Cincinnati Bengals lost to the Green Bay Packers 27-18. So Joe Flacco has lost yet another game, and his offense scored 18 points. But they keep giving him contracts and trading him around, making him the starter quarterback, QB1. Meanwhile, here in Cleveland, the team he just left, where once Shedeur Sanders plays for, apparently, Dylan Gabriel has been named quarterback 1, and Shedeur is the backup. Now, I don't think the Browns played today. Let's do this. Let's go look into that. I know he didn't hit the field because I'd have heard about it. It would have been, tweets and alerts about that and all that shit. But they did play because I saw him getting scored on. They got trounced 23-9 by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, offense scored. Now, before I click into these stats and these player stats, you look at it and you say, okay, you got 2 rookie quarterbacks. Huh? From what I'm seeing now, your offense only scored 9 points. That would indicate me not a touchdown in sight, 3 field goals. Now, in my mind, there's no reason that Dylan Gabriel would have played all 4 quarters of this football game. I don't see nothing in this scoreboard. What I'm seeing right now would have kept me. It would have kept him in the game. Seemed like we took a red shirt off somebody or something in the stands and might even put him in the game. So let's see if Shedeur Sanders got to get on the field. Let's see if he got some stats. Dylan Gabriel, 29 for 52 attempts. So let's be clear. Dylan Gabriel attempted to throw the ball 52 times. A young Shedeur Sanders couldn't get 10 of them. Out of the 52 times, he completed 29 of them. 29 passes for 221 yards, 0 touchdowns. And he is the only quarterback that played the entire game. This is bullshit, bro. Man, I'm telling you, dog. If I was, man, I don't know. Them boys already rich, the Sanders family. But, man, I'd be cut out there. Ooh. If them folks ain't like the color of my skin and what they think I stood for, thought I was boastful and braggadocious and abrasive before, nigga, man, I'd be talking so crazy about the NFL, Goodell, whatever the Browns owner name is. All of them, bro. I'd be talking so crazy. They had to send the squad at me. I'd be talking about their wife and their kids and everything. I'd be so incensed sitting here watching this happen to my child, bro, and knowing that it's a cabal of 32 individuals. And look these 32 individuals up and tell me what they are. What's a common trait? And when I looked at that picture, and I'm Deion Sanders, been rich, gonna be rich, man, Jerry Jones supposed to be his Dallas homeboy, I'd be on his ass. We done seen the pictures of Jerry Jones. Like, we know what's really going on with him. Don't want to give folk contracts and shit like this. Man, I'd be talking so crazy about the folks in the NFL. Them niggas have to fight me. Some owner at the NFL would have to just take it on the chin for the other 31. He have to fight me and get his ass mauled to sleep, bro. They doing cuz so wrong. So yeah, Dylan Gabriel was left in the game to throw 52 passes. Not any of them get him in a position to score a touchdown. He only completed 29 of them, and those 29 resulted in a lowly 221 yards. That's less than 10 yards in attempt, or 10 yards in to less than 10 yards in completion. And Shedeur Sanders, apparently not good enough to get a chance on a 1-5 Cleveland Browns team with a QB1 with those numbers. If I was Deion Sanders, nigga, shit, it'll be some smoke. Well, I'm telling you, I would really get nefarious, cuz like I would really be out here recruiting some women to do some honeypot. You feel me? We'll break up some marriages, nigga. I guarantee I would make sure she get close to some of these on, get some pictures of them, some compromising material, and with some panties on or something. You know some of them 32 is some weirdos. You ever seen the movie 8mm? Go watch the movie 8mm. You can promise that some of them 32 billionaires are some weirdos into some kink shit. I would be sure to find somebody to infiltrate that whole deal and get me some info. I'd be ready to break up some marriages. I'd be ready to dissolve some companies. I'd be ready to emancipate some kids. I'd be ready to go scorched ass earth, bro, on Roger Goodell and the NFL owners. I promise you I would, cuz. And so maybe that's down the pipeline. Maybe he just sitting back and just let them play it out, see if they really just gonna screw him over for what may be the entirety of his NFL career, which, like I said, may not be but a couple years. I can't see dude sitting around keep letting them folks play in his face like that. You know how many slow quarterbacks there are in the league, bro? They letting slow quarterbacks come back and try and revive their career. Now I rock with Mac Jones. I don't want to talk about him too bad, but look, he get him a chance out there in San Francisco. So it's like, come on, dog. For somebody that did the numbers that Shedeur did in college, been playing football his whole life for a legendary football father. You know that dude can play football. We saw it in the preseason, and I just wouldn't, I almost got myself in some shit with a bus driver last week about my child. And then, but again, they already rich, bro, and so it may not bother them as much because their life isn't being thrown off. I don't know that at this point. Shadur is letting the fact that he's not on the field really even affect or get into his psyche because he's got to know where that's all coming from at this point, man. But I think it's nasty, despicable work. And again, if I was Deion Sanders or a member of the Sanders family, I, you know, I'd be the worst nightmare. I'd be the biggest boogeyman to these NFL people. And if I don't have enough money to make them feel nervous, I'd make them feel nervous about just existing out here because I'd be ready for some smoke about how they doing my kid. So, but that's where we at, bro. He still ain't hit the field, so we'll see what these next couple of weeks bring, man. But I see I am at my hour. And so I have done my duty and what I plan to do. I got started a little late. I'm making get going a little early the next time, man, and extend this thing out. I rather enjoy this type of format, but it was a little, unorganized at this moment. I just had to make sure I come in and just keep my numbers going for the algorithm, man, and my participation, my content dropping. You dig what I'm saying? So everybody out there stop by. I don't know how many. I cover up the number count at this point, as I always say. So I'm not sure. I don't see anybody in the chat. So anybody that dropped through to see it, I appreciate y'all, and y'all just stay tuned, man. We're gonna keep building this thing, but until I see you all again, it's been straight like that, man, with Jack Travis live. Y'all have a good night and get ready for the week, man. I'm out.